I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My family's on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was scarred with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena on. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos. Okay.
Yo, what's good, party people? What's good? It's your man, Uncle Freezy. Welcome to the Knicks Tonight podcast. What's good? Yeah. What's good? Let me make some adjustments in here real quick. Hold on. It was a little warm in here. I was trying to figure out why I was sweating, man. What's good, everybody? What's good? C-Mac in the building. What's good? Christian F is in the building. What's good? Sherwin M, I see you. What's good? Juju 92 is in the building. What's good? Robert Paul is in the building. What's good? Will Salkin in a place to be. Black University, what's good? What's good? We're going to do a mock draft, bro. We are going to do a mock draft, right? We are going to do a mock draft presentation. And I didn't send the fellas the link. Hold on, let me send the fellas the link right quick. Let me do this real quick. I should have did this earlier, man, but there was so much work involved in putting this together. I didn't get time. Bam, there we go. Thank you. Water. Y'all see it. Water. I think I have some real quick. So I put together a presentation just for Knicks fans. It's just for Knicks fans. I did an NBA breakdown just for Knicks fans, right? So y'all understand why it's important for us to be interested in where teams pick and who they are picking. Right? Eddie C is in the building. What's good? So I'm gonna say this real quick, right? So if you join the video, if you come into the video chat, what I'm gonna ask you to do is be patient while we let the thing break out, and you know what I'm saying, while things play out, and we want to stay on topic. we want to keep things on topic, so that Knicks fans get real justice for the presentation that we put together. Juju 92 was good. Eddie C, I see you. Was good. C-Mac says, I know Hoodie Kev is going to trade our picks before the mock draft even start. Yeah, we're going to chop him across his throat, too. So what we'll do is this. I want to kind of show y'all what it is that we're going to be working with. And then that way, yo, Jeremy Nussbaum is back. What's good? Forbes and Fields in the building. Stephen Okonkwo was good. What's good? So we're going to put, I'm going to show y'all kind of what we're working with. And then that way, when I do the mock draft, you'll see what it is that I'm wanting to show y'all. Can y'all see that pretty good? Can y'all see this pretty good? Y'all can see that pretty good, right? See how I have the team and the team needs and their draft picks and their franchise questions. Y'all see that, right? Y'all see that, right? Y'all see that, right? Y'all see that, right? So L Maddox is in the building. So what we're gonna do is we'll do the mock draft, right? We're gonna do the mock draft, right? So we're gonna do David Parker. What's good? Captain and Colt. What's good? So we got a presentation for the Blorange Tears family, right? And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our time and go through rock and roll, right? We're gonna take our time, but we're gonna be efficient with our time, though. You know what I'm saying? Right? I hope y'all enjoy this, man. I put a lot of time into it. Right? I hope y'all enjoy this. I put a lot of time into it. I'm going to show y'all the other grid real quick. I'm going to just show y'all real quick so y'all see what we're talking about. So this is where we'll keep track of the draft picks. You know what I'm saying? So this is where we'll see where all the draft picks go, because I know y'all see a bunch of time. I know y'all see a bunch of mock drafts, right? Right? But they're not going to be definitive like how we are going to be definitive tonight. They ain't going to be definitive like how we going to be definitive tonight, right? We ain't going to be here all night, but what we will do is be definitive and fair. Right? I'm going to get some input from y'all. So it's going to be 50-50. It's going to be 50% from me and 50% from y'all. Right? Right? So it's going to be 50% from me and then 50% from y'all. Right? And we'll go through, we'll zoom a zoom. We'll zoom a zoom, but at the same time, we're going to be smart. We're going to be smart about it, okay? We're going to be smart. We ain't going to do nothing stupid like have Kate Cunningham go 11 or something stupid like that. Right? Right? So what we'll do is we'll get started, right? I'm going to get started. And what we'll do is this. With the number 1 pick, the Detroit Pistons are on the clock. The Detroit Pistons are on the clock, right? And I'm going to show y'all what I put together for the Detroit Pistons. Can everybody see that? Y'all see the team needs a franchise point guard, playmaking wings, center depth, bench depth, and scoring. In this year's draft, they have picked 1, 37, 47, and 52. Right? And their franchise question is, or one of their questions are, is Killian Hayes a real point guard? And what do you do with Sekou Nduboya? It's funny that Captain and Coke asked me what I'm drinking. I'm drinking water, Captain and Coke. What are you drinking? Let me guess. Let me guess. You're drinking Captain and Coke. Right? But this right here should be easy, right? This should be easy for us. Can y'all hear me? Y'all can hear me still, right? So Captain and Coke says, yeah, you know what I'm drinking. C-Mac says, with the first pick in the 2021 NBA draft, the Detroit Pistons select Uncle Freezy from Blorange Tears University. Swag. Clutch B-Ball TV is in the building. What's good? Clutch B-Ball, what's good, man? Good to see you. This pick is easy because of the generational talent, right? Nick for Life was good. Clutch B-Ball was good. This pick right here is going to be easy. We don't have to spend much time here. I'm just going to be honest with you. It's too easy. With the number 1 pick in the NBA draft, the Detroit Pistons select Cade Cunningham. Right? The Detroit Pistons are going to select Cade Cunningham. Right? That's easy. Y'all see how this works, right? We are going to give them Cade Cunningham. Right? Easy. So we're going to give Detroit Pistons Cade Cunningham. Now, here's the question. Here is the question. With the Houston Rockets on the clock, where do you go? Where do you go if you're the Houston Rockets? Somebody put it in the chat. Tell me where the Houston Rockets go here. Hey, Clutch B-Ball, thank you, bro. Chef NYK says Evan Mobley, right? Let me pull something up here. Let me share this with y'all. So the Houston Rockets are on the clock, right? They need a franchise point guard, size on the perimeter, bench depth, consistent scoring, and big man depth. They picked 2, 23, and 24. So from where they pick, they can go in a lot of different directions. They can go big man here, and then at 23 and 24, address the other needs, like size on the perimeter, franchise point guard, and all that stuff. They don't have to take a flyer on Jalen Green and then hope to take a big man, and then hope to take a big man at 23 and 24. Right? Yo, Duke, what's good? Let me do this, Duke. Hold on. My bad, Duke. My bad. What do you think the Rockets do here? Somebody in the chat tell me what they think the Rockets do here. Do the Rockets get cute and go Jalen Green and have him be their shooting guard of the future and then get a big later on? Or do they go get Evan Mobley and then get a scorer later on in the draft? Christian F says, hey, what's good, Duke? How you doing, man?
What's good? What's good? I'm chilling. How about you?
Good, man. Good, man. How you like this mock draft so far? We just started, so.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to get hit quick. But
yeah, man.
Obviously, Kate's going for it. There's no way he doesn't go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this pick, you said Mobley, or what did you say?
I didn't say anybody. I hadn't made my mind up. I didn't come in with a predetermined order because I wanted to do 50% me and say 50% me and you, and then 50% chat.
Okay. I don't know. I see chat. Everyone's saying Mobley.
Yeah.
And I do think like the consensus is Mobley.
All right.
Because Christian Wood isn't really a center. He's a power forward. So you could run both of them at the same time. Because they already got KPJ. But I don't know. See, I don't know if I would. I wouldn't really take Jalen Suggs at 2 if I'm being honest. I don't know. I feel like Mobley's the right pick here. If I'm them.
So let me make it. And so I'm going to make an argument right here for Jalen, for Suggs and for Green.
All right.
Right. I'm going to make an argument for both. I agree with the chat that Mobley should be the pick here. Right. But I just want to make an argument for both. Right.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing with franchise point guards. They don't come along often enough for you to pass one up. Right?
Mm-hmm.
If you feel like Suggs is a franchise point guard, you got to grab him. Not mess around. Don't play around. You got to grab him. Or you'll be like the Knicks or the Orlando Magic or the Oklahoma City Thunder or teams like that are searching for the guy. And the guy that you pass up right now may be a guy that you may be trying to pay in free agency, trying to give him $200 million in free agency, if he'll take your money. Right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, do you pass up a Jalen Green who could eventually be Kobe Bryant? Are you going to be the doofus that passes up Kobe Bryant in the draft because you want to get a guy that's going to be like Chris Bosh? And then you have to ask the question, would you prefer Kobe Bryant or Chris Bosh?
You see, I mean, I think like for them, they're probably going to pick Mobley, but I don't know. I feel like it could really go either way because they really have a lot of needs. They don't have a certain thing besides, I guess, power forward, which is Christian Wood.
Right.
And they got KPJ, who's nice at small forward. They could realistically go anyone. It's just all what they think is the most important need.
What
I mean, it would probably like if you think of most important need, it will probably be Jalen Suggs, because he's a point guard, and every team needs a good point guard,
right,
to start off your franchise. So that could be one of them. I would actually, thinking about it, they should probably go that if they want to build for now, like to start building it. But I don't know if they. I don't think that's the route they're gonna go through. I think it's more of them just going for Mobley.
Okay. So I'm just gonna say this, and then I'm gonna give them Evan Mobley, right?
Mhm.
So Evan Mobley is the pick, but they also pick at 23 and 24.
That's the thing about it.
Right. So the guy that they don't get here, they can circle back around and get a lower quality version of the player that they could have picked that to. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So with the number 2 pick, I'm gonna give the Houston Rockets Evan Mobley.
Okay.
Right?
Mm-hmm. This one is also a interesting one.
Right. Evan Mobley. Evan Mobley is the pick here, right? So let me go back here and then. All right. So with the number 3 pick, the Cleveland Cavaliers are on the clock, right? And they have weird needs, right?
Yeah.
They have weird needs because they don't need a point guard because they have Colin Sexton and Darius Garland. Right, and at the 2/3, they drafted Isaac Okoro this time last year. Well, not this time last year, but in the last NBA draft. Right, their needs are scoring wing player, size on the perimeter, bench depth, consistent scoring, big man depth. Right,
Mm-hmm.
they have 1 pick in this draft, and that's at 3. And their franchise questions are: is Colin Sexton a long-term piece? Is Darius Garland a starting point guard? Can they re-sign Jared Allen? Is Isaac Okoro a cornerstone piece? And where does Kevin Love fit in the equation?
This is really between Jalen Green and Suggs too, basically. And I don't know. To me, I'm leaning more towards Green just because they already have. We could kind of see that. I don't know. Sexton is a point, but he doesn't play make as much as a point guard, so he's kind of combo score first. But
Right.
like with all these reports coming and talking about how they are thinking of moving away from Sexton, especially after this pick happened, after
Right.
they got this pick. Darius Garland is a point guard, and he can't really be a shooting guard. He's too short for that.
He's not only is he short, but he's small.
Yeah, he's small. He can't.
Yeah.
He can't. Like he's a. I say he's not a bad point guard, but I would probably go the route of trading Sexton for good pieces, and then have Jalen Green at the 2, and then you just got him and Jalen Green because Jalen Green is like 6'4", 6'5", right? Something like that.
They listed him at 6'6".
6'6".
Yeah, in shoes. I don't know. I don't know.
All right, well, he's something like that. So
Yeah.
instead of having like, cause Sexton was like about 6'3", 6'4", something like that.
Yeah.
And now you could kind of increase the size of your backcourt, and Green is a really good scorer too. So you take the ball away from like the score first to giving Garland more of the playmaking, so he
Right.
could handle the ball, and then if you need a bucket, you transition it over to Jalen Green, because both of them can really get a bucket if they really need to. Because I feel like Garland went out the radar last year. He actually had a really good season, in my opinion.
Right.
He was actually doing really well.
Right.
So I think that's a good backcourt to look out for.
So
I really think they go Green here.
you think they go Jalen Green?
Yeah.
Because Jalen Green is the Kobe. Now I'm not saying he's going to have a career like Kobe Bryant.
But he's
what
like
I'm saying,
he's like going for the bucket. Like he's
yeah,
like,
the archetype. Yeah, the Kobe archetype. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. That's definitely a comparison that you could give him. He's one of those types of players, and I mean, the thing about him is that he's argued, like people argue, like if he could really go like 1 or 2 or something like that, like because there's just
Yeah.
certain things that Cade doesn't have compared to him, is that like score first, because Cade play makes too, and he's just like he's less athletic, but he has that step back and everything like that. But I
Yeah.
definitely think Jalen Green is gonna be the highest scoring potential player in this draft.
In this, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
one of the top, especially out of the top 5. I think
Okay.
he has the best scoring potential.
So we will give the Cleveland Cavaliers Jalen Green, shooting guard from G League Unite. Is it Unite or Elite? G League Elite? Elite. Okay. All right. So next on the clock are the Toronto Raptors. And the Toronto Raptors have weird needs at this point.
Yeah.
So they need a franchise point guard for two reasons. One, Kyle Lowry's old and he may not resign.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They need quality big man depth because when we saw them, they were playing a guy named Chris Boucher, who was the same size as Kevin Knox. They had him playing center.
Yep.
They also need to get healthy and get consistent wing scoring. And because they didn't get consistent wing scoring from OG Anunoby and Pascal Siakam.
Yeah.
Right? They pick at 4, 46, and 47. Right?
Yeah. There's got to be Suggs.
Yeah, and so their franchise questions are, do they re-sign Kyle Lowry? How do they get the best out of Pascal Siakam? And what are their free agency plans?
So for me, I don't know how many assets they have, but they don't really have a crazy amount because Siakam has a big contract. But you gotta remember, they also have Fred VanVleet,
Right.
and I think Fred VanVleet with Jalen Suggs will work well. I think that's a good combination to have for your front court. Even though they're a little shorter, that's kind of a short front court, but I definitely think that's gonna work well. I would be surprised if they take someone else at 4 besides him, if he's available, because I feel like that is how the draft is gonna go. Because these 4 teams have no reason to trade back, in my opinion,
Right.
unless it's something that blows them away, because they all need pieces right now.
Right. Toronto needs less pieces than these other teams.
Yeah, compared to them.
Right, but I think this is a no-brainer right here. I think Jalen Suggs is a franchise setter for them.
I would be so surprised if the Cavs take Suggs.
Right.
I would be really surprised. I don't know how that would make sense.
But it's the Cavs, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
It's the Cavs, bro.
At the same time.
Yeah, I mean it's the Cavs. They took Isaac Okoro. Well, I'm not gonna get into that.
By the way, we got 64 people watching, 19 likes. Let's try to balance those out. Show some support, Uncle Freezy and everyone else in the chat.
Yeah, Lawrence Tears. Yeah,
Let's go.
Yeah, man.
So
I'm gonna add Jalen Suggs, right, and then we'll move to the next team. All right, give me a second to work on this. And
this one is something people have had different takes on.
Yeah, just give me a second. I'm coming. I'll be there with you.
Yeah, but I really don't think Lowry is gonna resign. I think it's like they were saying Philly or Miami. I just think he's just gonna go to a random team that's a contender if they have the money.
I disagree, right? And this is why. I think if Canada opens back up, if Canada is open like it was in 2018-19 or 2019-20, and they play games in Toronto, and things get back to normal, I think Kyle Lowry resigns. Right?
I don't know. I don't think they would do that, just because if they do get Suggs, you don't want him coming off your bench, do you? You want him to play next to Fred VanVleet. I'm
going to throw a monkey wrench into that theory. They also have Malachi Flynn, who they like.
Oh yeah, they do. I forgot.
Right. So
yeah, I don't know how that would work out. And they just take a shot at Kuminga, if anything. I don't know.
Right, but Kuminga will be a younger version of Pascal Siakam.
Yeah, you got to figure it out. Yeah.
Yeah, so if duplicity is the problem, then I won't go Kuminga here. I would go Jalen Suggs because duplicity at point guard serves you better because the rare franchise point guard would be right there in your lap. To me, makes the most sense.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I feel like there's no way they should go anyone but Suggs.
Right. All right. So we'll go give them Suggs. And now the Orlando Magic are on the clock.
They got good picks, really good picks.
Yeah, they pick. So let me read the card for them. So their team needs are dynamic scoring guard, health, wing depth, consistent wing scoring. Right?
Mm-hmm.
They also have picks 5, 8, and 33. Their franchise questions are: what is Mo Bamba? Is Wendell Carter a part of the future? Can you build around Jonathan Isaac? Those are legitimate concerns. And now that you're on the clock, you pick. What are they picking? 5th?
Yeah.
So they're picking at 5, right?
Uh-huh.
Do they take Jonathan Kuminga knowing that they have Jonathan Isaac?
Ooh, that is the question.
And do you take Kuminga knowing that you just traded away Aaron Gordon?
It's so weird for them because I don't know. This is like they need a scoring shooting guard, but I don't know who is that scoring shooting guard towards their range.
They can't reach, right?
They can't reach because I don't think there's really a lot of just like scoring threats in this area of the draft.
Right. The closest player is Moses Moody.
Yeah, Moses Moody is the closest one, but he's not even. I would not pick him this early at all. Like this is why like the picks they're at they're good picks, but they're just weird situations. Right. You got 5 and 8, and it's like this is like the small forward range where you expect people to go at because they're stacked up on point guards
and small forward.
And I mean they got Wendell Carter and they got Mo Bamba, so they got such a strange team, but they got young talent. Let me see. I feel like they're still gonna go Jonathan Kuminga. I think they still go Kuminga.
I think you can't pass on Kuminga right here.
Yeah, I think because he's so young.
Yeah.
I wouldn't pass on him. I think that top 5 should stay that way.
Should they take a flyer on a very high upside guy, like high risk, high reward, or should they be safe? I'm asking you this question because they pick here and at 8.
Yeah, I was gonna say. You see, I think 5 you need to be safe, and then 8 if you really want to take a high flyer, you just trade back. I feel like that would be the best situation for them because they still have 33, and then they got draft picks and assets. If they really want to trade back, they could get a trade 100% and stack up on some more assets if they think it's enough right now because their team is really young right now.
Yeah.
And I don't think they're going to be able to just have all the...
What do you think about their point guard situation?
I like Fultz. Coming into the season, I came in...
Do you like RJ Hampton?
Yes, I wanted us to draft him.
Okay.
So
do you like Cole Anthony?
Yeah, I didn't want us to draft him, but I'm a fan of him. Yeah, I wanted us. I had a feeling that Wiggins and Fultz were gonna have a good season this year, but then Fultz got injured 4 games in towards ACL, or like a few games in.
Yeah.
But I do think I think he's nice. I don't think he's bad. I don't know if I would. I wish we took him when the Sixers traded him, because the Sixers traded him for Jonathan Simmons and like a 1st-round pick. But I would really think about. Chad, how do you feel about this? Would you trade for Markelle Fultz if he became available, and they go towards Cole Anthony and RJ Hampton, because they're already stacked up on that point guard situation? So you can't really go for a guard at this point. I think you got to get Kuminga, and then if I'm them, I think I might trade back for that number 8 fall back probably into that lead lottery.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. I would say,
Someone said yes for him sandwich. Yeah, a lot of people don't want him because of health. Yeah, I mean, I don't want him now, but I wanted him kind of before because his value was low. But I would take, if they really wanted to trade the point guard, I'll take RJ Hampton.
okay.
I'll take him with ease.
Um. Hmm. So the pick should be Jonathan Kuminga.
And do you think they don't pick him? You think they just go with Scotty Barnes?
No.
I feel like there's no way. I feel like this is the set draft order.
Okay. Okay.
Unless, because it all depends on the Rockets at this point, because after the Rockets, like, I think it's clear what the needs are for these teams. So if you don't trade Sexton, which it wouldn't make sense for me, you can't just pick a guard. Like, I don't know, like, how about if the Rockets pick a Jalen Suggs or Jalen Green? Do you think that the Cavs would pick Mobley? Because they still got Jared Allen, and they're thinking about signing him to an extension. Or do you just go away with trading Colin Sexton and just getting a Jalen Suggs or Jalen Green?
I'm not for sure. But right here, I would say let's just give them Jonathan Kuminga.
Yeah. There's no other way they should go with this pick.
Right. All right. So we'll go with Jonathan Kuminga right here. Okay. All right. So we'll go Jonathan Kuminga. So the Oklahoma City Thunder are on the clock. Right?
Yes.
And here is where things get tricky.
Look at those draft picks.
Right. And that's why it gets tricky here. Because they have a lot of team needs. Right?
Yes.
Their first team need is direction. What are they trying to do?
It makes no sense to me.
Is this a long-term rebuild or a short-term rebuild? Are they trying to be a playoff team? What type of team are they building? Is it pick and roll? Is it fast-paced? Is it grinded out in half court? If not, do they have a point guard in the future? Right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not for sure what they do here.
Me neither.
You can't draft a shooting guard here because I saw Keon Johnson's name come up, but they already have.
I would not.
But they already have SGA, and they have Lou Dort.
Yeah, Lou Dort's more of a small forward.
He's a very small forward.
Yeah, and then Shea is both, but I'm leaning more for Shea. Like with the question you have as a point guard.
Yeah.
I think he's a point guard. So you do probably. It's so strange. I don't know. They got Pokuševski. They comes off the bench as a power. They got. Oh no, they don't got Moses Brown no more. They traded him. He was their center. They still got Darius Baisley.
Right.
Power forward. Do you go with a Scotty Barnes here?
I think you have to. I think you have to because ultimately they are in talent acquisition mode.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Even if they don't have a direction, they have to acquire talent.
What do you think about Jalen Johnson?
I think he's too risky at 6. I like him. I like his point forward potential. Right? I like his elite.
And his defense.
Yeah, I was going to just say that. I like his elite wing defensive potential. But
both of them have very good defensive potential.
But if you don't hit on either, what else can he do?
That's a good question. That's kind of, I don't know. to me, Scotty Barnes, I'm still like iffy on him. I don't know. I watched film. I was very impressed with the defense, but everything aside from that, like his playmaking is not bad. But other than that, I wasn't really too
Were
impressed.
you impressed with his defense or his energy?
It was his defense, his communication, and the way and you could say the energy too. Yeah, that was the main thing that I was really impressed with. But
Right.
his shot was not looking good.
Oh, his shot was one man.
Yeah,
You ever seen those
yeah, no.
wind socks at a used car place?
The what?
The wind socks, those big those big
Oh
balloons
yeah,
outside
yeah,
of you.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they're moving all over the place.
Mhm.
That's what his shot looks like to me.
Yeah, it's weird, and he has okay, like, for a non-shooter, he has like kind of bad 3-point shot selection. Sometimes, occasionally, and I know he shoots a high field goal percentage, but I still don't think his finishing is as it should be right now. But that's where you have development.
Right.
But I don't know. This is such a strange pick. Like, everyone is gonna say this is Scotty Barnes, but I would not be surprised if they just go over and get someone like no, they wouldn't get him. I don't know. They're probably gonna get Scotty Barnes because these, like, it's such a weird group. Like, this section is kind of weird for OKC because they got their point guard set. Unless, like, I heard rumors about SGA today come out. Did you hear about it?
No.
So they were. I don't know. Was it Winhurst? Someone like that was talking about how he's not too sure about the direction, like you said, of the team. And they got so many draft picks, but they're not really doing anything right now, and everyone, the team is young. They might move on from him. But I don't think it's anything too serious. But if it is serious, if I'm Leon Rose, I'm looking into that ASAP.
I don't think SGA is a point guard, bro.
You don't? I think
No.
he is.
No, I don't think so, man.
Are you sure?
I look at his numbers, and Theo Maladon looks more like of a point guard to me than he does.
Let me see. I don't even remember his numbers. Averaged 6 assists this year. I don't know. I think Eddie C says SGA ain't it. I'm a big fan of SGA. I think he's nice.
Yeah, I am too. I like his elite scoring.
He's the 50, 40, 80 this year.
Yeah.
That's insane. On 5 3-point. Yeah, he did really good this year. Until he got injured. And 24 point. I don't know. I would try to trade for him. Someone said SGA is a shooting guard.
Yeah.
Either way, I would still try to trade for him. But for
Either way, I
OKC,
think. But right here, I think Scotty Barnes has to be the pick right here.
yeah, I don't know who, because I'm so confused on who else they will pick here. Because it doesn't make sense for me if they get Keon Johnson here.
No.
And it doesn't make sense if
I
think
he's
Jalen
not
Johnson is the next person that would make sense, if anything.
He's not skilled enough. Keon Johnson.
He's not.
He's not skilled enough.
Nah, he's. Oh, Portland hired Chauncey Billups as their head coach. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Like, Keon Johnson is a high flyer, but he doesn't really show like aspects of being able to score on his own easily.
Right.
So that's still a worry. I wouldn't say it's kind of an Obi situation in a way, but it kind of isn't at the same time. It's weird. But he's kind of in that category, so I wouldn't pick him. I wouldn't pick him if I'm OKC.
I understand what you're saying there. Here, I'm going to give them Scotty Barnes.
Yeah, just go with Scotty Barnes.
Yeah, but in terms of the Keon Johnson comment that you made, if it all comes together, you're talking about an elite, maybe borderline Hall of Fame type guy. If it all comes together, because he's got the elite speed, elite athleticism, right?
Uh-huh.
And if the skills come, then you're talking about how do you stop a guy with skills and athleticism? It's like the Dwayne Wade type thing situation, or the Trust Sprewell type situation.
Why does this dude keep saying AJ Lawson?
Yeah, AJ Lawson. AJ Lawson is a player from University of South Carolina.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this is definitely Scotty Barnes.
Okay.
I would be surprised if they pick anyone else here, but Jalen Johnson is the nearest thing I would see them pick at this point.
And speaking of Jalen Johnson, the Golden State Warriors are on the clock, right?
Mm-hmm.
Their team needs are health, bench depth, youth in the backcourt, front court scoring. They pick 7 and 14, and their franchise questions are: will Klay Thompson return to pre-injury form? Is Draymond Green worth keeping around if the Warriors aren't competing? Is the championship window closed?
Okay, so I think that I think they keep put and they run it back because that's what all of them are making it to seem.
Right.
And I don't think that they're in a place where they want to change it up.
Right.
But I generally don't think they keep this pick because I see them trading for someone who's available or disgruntled or some type of person that could really produce right now.
Right.
Because they got 7 and 14. Those are really high picks for the Warriors, especially. Got 2 lottery picks. If they do keep this pick, though, I think they go. I don't know. Do you think Keon Johnson?
No.
Because I'm thinking of this is probably too early, but the type of player they need is like a Moses Moody.
Moses Moody is who I think they go here.
I want Moses Moody. I don't know how you feel about him on the Knicks, but that's like the type of wing I think we need.
Yeah.
In
the
general.
Knicks don't pick right here though.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So I think
it's
he's gonna work well with the Warriors if they do keep this pick. But is it a reach?
No, I think I think if you like a guy, you got to take him. You can't finagle around and then get a guy you don't like, and then you know what I'm saying. Like for instance, Golden State last year probably should have took LaMelo.
Yeah.
Right. And then and this year they fumbled around and looked for point guards all year long.
Mm-hmm.
When they could have took LaMelo in the draft.
Yeah, I would have still went LaMelo if I was them. I thought they were gonna go LaMelo.
Right.
So.
But you see my thinking though, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you want a guy, take him.
Yeah. So I would take, if I'm them, Moses Moody. But I generally don't think they keep this pick. But if they do, Moses Moody I think would fit very well with this team.
All right,
let's do
it.
Wing shooting.
The Golden State Warriors select Moses Moody.
All right, next, who do they got? Oh, okay.
The Orlando Magic are on the clock. I'm sorry, not Orlando Magic. The Orlando Magic are on the clock, right?
Oh yeah, it is.
They pick 8. Orlando Magic. Where is okay?
All right.
So the last time the Orlando Magic picked, they chose Jonathan Kuminga.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
And now a prospect is falling down the draft board. The prospect that's falling down the draft board is Jalen Johnson.
Yes. Let's see. So, if they do not think, this is the Magic. Wait, I was thinking of the wrong team for a second. All right, the Magic, they got Jonathan Kuminga. They're stacked up on small forwards now, because Jonathan Isaac is really a 4, but he plays 3.
Yep.
So you're probably, they don't really have a shooting guard like that. I feel like they might look at Keon Johnson right here.
Keon Johnson.
Yes, I think they might look at this one. For me, is between Keon Johnson and Jalen Johnson.
Or
Depending,
do they take James Bouknight here?
oh yeah, I'm
Do
still
they
thinking
do
of
they
that.
reach? Do they reach and take Bouknight at 8?
See, this is why I think they should trade this pick back, cause, cause I thought like before the lottery that they were gonna get Jalen Green and get that third pick, cause they do need that too.
Right.
So, if I'm them, like I said before, I am trading back and trying to get a Bouknight. Because if you really do need a scoring too, that's who you go for. There's not
Right.
really too many in this early lottery that are twos that can score. So
Right. There are legit at this place, no legit big shooting guards.
yeah,
Everybody available right here are like small combo guards.
yeah. So you probably need a book night here.
Or
But
did
that's
you
if you
draft
trade
for
back. I
need
said.
or draft for talent? Do you draft for need or
Need
draft
or
for talent?
talent.
Yeah.
I think James Booknight is the talent and the need.
What about Jalen Johnson?
You could say the same for them, but he is in need and he is one of the I think in like at this point at 8, he is one of the top prospects for me, in my opinion. I still see him on the top compared to the other players all these mock drafts have in front of him. I really do feel like this is like a spot for him.
For who? I'm sorry.
I feel like this is the like if I'm the Magic and I'm looking at talent and need, you could say Jalen Johnson, Davion Mitchell is still left on the board, but they don't need that. They don't need a point guard right now. They already got too many. And
Right.
then you already kind of have small forward, power forward if you get Kuminga, and then you got Isaac. You got Wendell Carter who plays the 4 sometimes too. So I would
Right.
be looking into getting James Bouknight and moving back.
James Bouknight.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about with you.
I still think it's either Keon. I feel like for them, they're looking at Keon Johnson or Bouknight, but Bouknight they would trade back for probably, unless they just want to get him and think that he's rising.
Right.
So what do you think?
This is tough, bro. This is tough.
Yeah, they got a lot.
How about we give them Keon Johnson?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Cause like the way I'm hearing of Bouknight, it's either he goes late in the lottery or he's not late in the lottery. He goes in the beginning of like 10 to 12,
Yeah.
something like that, or
I
he's
saw
in
from
the
what I saw,
late
it was
15.
somewhere between 10 and 20.
Yeah, that's where he's mainly at. I don't think anyone drafts him that early.
Okay. So the Sacramento Kings are on the clock.
Mm-hmm.
And their team needs are defensive athletes, two-way wings, health, shot blocking, rim protection. They pick 9 and 39. Their franchise questions are: is Buddy Hield a starter? Is Luke Walton a playoff coach?
That should just say it's Luke Walton a coach, because he is not. I don't know how after all this he's still a coach.
Right.
They got a good amount of needs besides
Right.
that guard position.
Right.
So here, I don't know. Do you know too much about Franz Wagner?
He is raw offensively, a good, potentially an elite defender, potentially raw offensively.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think the Kings would be paying. I think he's the perfect fit for what they need. But it's Sacramento, bro. They don't.
Yeah, this is like a Jalen Johnson.
Yeah.
I feel like this would be the perfect spot for Jalen Johnson.
Hmm.
Or like they're saying in the chat, Franz Wagner. I think it's either or for these two teams.
Okay.
I mean, for this team, it's either Franz Wagner or Jalen Johnson.
I think Franz Wagner is the best fit here.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree. I think it's between those two. So whatever they go with, they go with. Cause I don't know what they're doing with Bagley. Cause I saw Bagley like a day ago, like he liked the tweet. It was going viral that he wants to get out of the Kings, but it's been out already for a while. They tried trading him for Sadiq Bey, so
Right.
I think if I'm the Kings, I trade him in the offseason. Cause he doesn't want to play there. His dad doesn't want him to play there. He's full with injuries already. Just try to get whatever you can for him at this point.
Right.
Because you don't want a player that doesn't want to play for you and constantly is saying that still be on the team.
Right.
So you trade him and then you get Wagner or Jalen Johnson to replace his position, I guess. Or drop someone back.
It's frustrating, man. It's frustrating because what you're saying is absolutely right. But do you draft a guy to replace a guy you're going to trade, or do you draft a guy that helps you on the court immediately?
With France?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I think France is probably the safe pick.
Right.
But I mean, if you are kind of drafting at this point for like, I guess need/talent still, and it's kind of like starting/role players. Like, I don't know. I think they could still go either way, but when DeMarcus, yeah, they probably will draft.
But Franz Wagner can eventually be their Mikal Bridges.
I would probably take. Yeah, I would probably take him then. Because they don't have a 3. I mean, they have Buddy Hield, but like, he kind of. I don't know if Halliburton is still gonna come off the bench because they didn't really like initialize the Fox Halliburton duo as the starting lineup.
Yeah.
You don't really see that much.
Yeah.
So that's just either or.
How about we do the Sacramento thing and give them Jalen Johnson, even though we know they need Franz Wagner?
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, we'll do that. All right, so Sacramento takes. The New Orleans Pelicans on the clock. And their team needs are consistent point guard play, bench depth. They draft at 10, 35, 40, 43, and 53. Their franchise question is, what head coach can get the best out of Zion and Brandon Ingram?
I'm feeling like this is Davion Mitchell, maybe.
Yep.
Because I think that is who they picked. Because Lonzo Ball is probably on his way out of here. And they are stacked in that point guard position, but Lonzo was probably going to be out. Because he showed how he's not pleased the team and kind of the way they're using him.
Right.
So I do see them getting Davion Mitchell with this pick.
You know, he's mocked to go 7 spots later.
7?
Yeah.
Which one are you looking at? A recent one?
Tankathon.
Oh yeah, I'm on it too. Yeah, he went.
Did I have him at 17?
Oh, mine has him at 10 though, at Tankathon.
Okay.
Yeah, they got him going to the Pelicans, which I definitely expect them to take him.
Okay. We will do that then. We will get the Pelicans Davion Mitchell.
Garcia said that New Orleans needs shooting. Eddie C said Hell's taking Moody. on his mock. Jahan said Josh Giddey. Oh
Hmm.
man. I think they're going for a point guard, so I guess it is between both of them. But I feel like Josh Giddey is gonna fall. I hope he
Ah,
doesn't. I hope he doesn't. So it could take a spot into the draft, so someone else, the next one, falls back. He's gonna be like 10 to 14 probably somewhere there. I don't think he
right,
falls out of the lottery.
right, right.
But yeah, that's definitely someone they get. Mitchell.
Okay. I have them taking Davion Mitchell,
Mm-hmm.
and that means the Charlotte Hornets
The
are on the
11th.
clock.
Okay, so
Let me,
this
let me
is. Oh yeah, I forgot you got to read that. All right, go ahead.
yeah, let me. Yeah, I'm trying to do the presentation stuff, man. So I don't know. All right. So their needs are bench depth, consistent 3-point shooting, rim protection, secondary scoring. They pick 11, 56, and 57. And their franchise question is, how do you build around LaMelo Ball?
They really got no picks.
Right.
Yeah, those are bad picks.
Right.
Right here, I'm thinking they get a center because that is what
Yep.
they need. In my
Yep.
opinion, they got Miles Bridges, they got PJ Washington, Terry Rozier. I think Devontae Graham is out of there.
Yep.
But in general, and they got McDaniel, so they do need that center. In
Yep.
this Tankathon, they have Alperen Sengun.
Yep.
That is probably who I feel like they are gonna get
Yep.
because they don't really like. I know they got like Kai Jones and stuff like that, but I don't think they really need too much of an athletic big because they got a lot of athleticism on that team
Right.
that do already. So I see them going with him. I'm
Okay.
pretty sure he's kind of. I mean, he's a good shooter, right? Or he doesn't. Does he not shoot that much? No, he doesn't shoot that much. Uh, I don't know. I think he's a good rebounder. His defense is not that bad. He doesn't shoot as much threes, but I don't think he's gonna expand his game as much as shooting a lot of threes. He's very effective in the paint,
Right.
and they got enough shooting on that team too. They're not looking for shooting. All their players on the court can shoot. So and Bismack Biyombo is who they usually use,
Right.
or they use Cody Zeller. Cody Zeller shoots sometimes, so I think that's probably a fit for them. I they s- oh that's interesting. They're saying so. C-Max said Usman Garaba, and then other people said Kai Jones.
Nah, they not taking him that early.
I
It's
don't I
way
don't
too
think
early
Kai
to take.
Jones. I think Kai Jones is probably in the late teens. I don't think it right now is the point, especially for them. I wouldn't take Kai Jones if I'm them. I don't know. That's not the way I feel.
Right. It's way too early. It's way too early for Kai Jones.
I agree. So you think they take him?
I think it's way too early for Kai Jones. And hey, Brooklyn Buddha, thank you for the super sticker. Appreciate that.
Appreciate it. Salute Quiet Money.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
So it's Sangoon. You think they take them?
Yeah, I gave them that. He's the perfect fit for what they're looking to do. They need screen setters and rim protection.
Yeah, and they got. I mean, they need people that could just post up. I mean, they got Vernon Carey, but they got him with such a late pick. They don't really use him. He's in the G League kind of at the same time.
Right.
I'll be back in a minute, but
All
you
right.
could continue reading the Spurs. Then.
Yeah, I got you. I got it. All right, so we have the Charlotte Hornets taking Alperen Sengun, and the next team on the clock is the San Antonio Spurs. The San Antonio Spurs team needs our direction, consistent backcourt scoring, future building blocks. They draft at 12 and 41. Their franchise questions are, who's the franchise player and how long will Popovich be around? Oh, wait a minute. Let me put that back. My bad. All right. I think that the obvious choice right here is easy. Right? I think the Spurs go Franz Wagner here. Chat, tell me what y'all think. I think the Spurs go Franz Wagner right here. Quiet Money, what's good? Okay. Kispert, Zaire Williams. Okay, okay, all right. I see you. That was smart. Christian F says definitely Franz Wagner. That's who I think also. Andy Garcia says Franz or Kai. Either is fine. Yep. I think Kai is too raw for them right now. I think they need somebody more polished. I'm gonna give the San Antonio Spurs Franz Wagner. Next up, 1 o'clock, is the Indiana Pacers. The Indiana Pacers team needs are a consistent backcourt facilitator, imaginative offensive sets, floor spacing. They pick at 13, 54, and 60. Franchise question: will Rick Carlisle, the third coach in 3 seasons, have the answers for this talented roster? Right? So who do we have here left on the board? Is there any pick falling? Okay. Who should the Indiana Pacers take right here? So I have a dilemma. Is it James Bouknight? Is it Jaden Springer? Is it Keon Johnson? Is it Corey Kispert? I think the Indiana Pacers are going to take Corey Kispert. I think he provides them with floor spacing and exactly what they need in terms of a complementary player for Sabonis, Miles Turner, and Malcolm Brogdon, Caris LeVert.
So who did you pick?
Corey Kispert.
Okay, who did you pick for the Spurs?
Franz Wagner.
And for the
All right.
Pistons, oh.
All right, so the Golden State Warriors are on the clock at 14.
And they already had. Who do we give them?
Moses Moody.
Moses Moody, right?
Yep.
All right.
Hey, so I'm gonna make this pick, and then I gotta run and do something. But then I'm gonna jump back. I'm gonna start another live stream to do 15 through whatever.
All right.
So the Golden State Warriors team needs are health, bench depth, youth in the backcourt, front court scoring. We talked about it already. They picked 7 and 14. They picked Moses Moody, and we already went over their franchise questions.
Yep.
So who do you have them picking right here?
So, all right, the chat is all saying Giddy.
Right.
That might be an interesting pick. They got Nico Mannion last year, like at the end of the draft, and they're not really using him.
Right.
They might go with Giddy or Duarte.
Okay.
I think they go with a point guard.
According to mock drafts, the best point guard available is Josh Giddey. Is that who you want to go with?
Yeah, I think that's who they are probably gonna go with.
Okay, I'll give them Josh Giddey. All right, so I'm gonna pause right here. I'm gonna end this live stream, but I'm gonna crank it up in a few minutes. I just want to take care of something really quick, and then I'm gonna come back. Will you be available to jump back on?
Yeah, I'll just join back when it starts.
Okay. All right, everybody, subscribe to the channel, smash that like button for this video. Right, I'm gonna end it right here, but I'm gonna start up another one in a few minutes. Just gotta take care of some stuff. I'll see y'all in a few minutes.